is a 1983 Volkswagen Rabbit L with a 75 horsepower 4-cylinder motor with 90 foot-pounds of torque. It'll do 0 to 60 in 13.6 seconds and blow your hair back. That was my best Doug DeMuro impression. But really guys, this is a 1983 Volkswagen Rabbit, and today I'm going to detail it. Beep beep. We had one of the enthusiast car dealerships reach out to us. They had found it sitting in a garage for, I don't know, the better part of the last 15 years. The last time it was stickered, it looks like it was in a different state in 2006. I don't know if that's New York or Pennsylvania, or maybe even New Hampshire, I'm not sure.
Virginia,
one of those states. Anywho, it's such a cute little car. It's so tiny, it's so 80s, and then even on top of that, it has shag headliner. It's got a dancing bear in the corner. It has the drug rug seat covers, along with, I think, a pack of American Spirits down here. So I think this thing might have actually made it to a couple Grateful Dead shows in its time. It's definitely a hippie mobile, and you know, it's got stickers like "Love Your Enemy" on it, but it's cool, it's cute, and it's dirty, and today we're gonna save it.
So while we take a quick look over the car, it's pretty clear it's been sitting for quite a while because you can see all the dust and the oxidation on it. And I want to say that the transformation we made on this, although I say this a lot, we actually ended up loving this car. We started off, we weren't so sure about how the outcome would be, but by the time it was done, we were really happy. So make sure you guys watch all the way through the video. And I mean, just looking at this interior, this one was on the worst side of all the barn finds we've ever done. The carpets were completely stained, the floor mats were shot. The steering wheel had a ton of grease or whatever was on it. And wait till you guys see us clean the leather seats. It is so satisfying. I think you guys are really gonna love this video. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, please take a second and hit the subscribe button because it really helps us out. We're trying to hit 400,000 subscribers. And also leave a like on the video because we have a lot of really cool content coming up. We're picking up a car tomorrow that I think you guys are gonna really like, and you don't wanna miss that video. But hopping into the question of the video, leave your answers in the comments below. There might be a mixed answer on this one. I wanna know what you guys think. Do you like the way that this car looks, and is this something that you would wanna own, or is it something that you would pass on? And if you did own it, would you keep it stock, or what are some modifications that you would do? I know I would put some sick rims on it, lower the car, do a couple things to make it look really cool, and probably leave it as is. But anyways, honestly, I kind of like the way that the car looks. RJ is a huge VW fan, so you already know he loves it. But we're curious what you guys think. Leave a comment below. Alright guys, so here's your chance to actually get a good look at the car. What do you think? Yay or nay? Okay, so we know the jams were really dirty, and we figured we would tackle them right now rather than later in the detail when the car is clean. And we're not really worried about a ton of water getting in the car, even if it does, because we're going to be taking the entire interior out to clean it anyways. So any water getting in there isn't really a big deal because it's going to get dried out and cleaned regardless. And then moving into the engine bay, what do you know, we found a good old mouse nest hiding in the back of it. So we took care of that first, pulled it out, threw it away, vacuumed back there, and then we cleaned the engine bay. That way, whenever a mechanic gets in there to work on it and hopefully get this car running again, it's not going to be dirty and they have a clean work environment. And that's our main goal when it comes to detailing engine bays on barn finds. If they're going to be fixed up to get back on the road, we want the mechanics to have a clean area to work on. So using the softest brushes we have, we'll go ahead and get behind the badges and anywhere our wash mitts might miss. And then we'll use our microfiber wash mitts with the 2-bucket method to do the entire car.
Okay, so as the car drives, it's bound to pick up rail dust from brakes and other iron particles that are in the streets. And you know, the wind and the tires, they kick up these particles and they get lodged in the clear coat, or in this case, the single stage paint on the vehicle. So we use an iron remover that we spray generously all over the car. And what will happen is all the little spots, unfortunately there's a lot of like rust spots, so you're gonna see a lot of the purple from that, but it's also pulling any of the iron out of the paint and starting to I guess for lack of a better term, decompose it or disintegrate it. And then I'll go ahead and agitate it with a clay mitt to remove any of the iron particles as well as any sediment or contaminants that are stuck on that top layer of the paint. And that way when we're polishing, we don't pick up any of that dirt or contaminant and spin it around with our polisher and further scratch the paint. So it's all about getting the surface as clean as possible. That way you are polishing only paint and not all the dirt that's stuck in it.
Alright, now with the car dried and it's polishing time, I want you guys to look at the paint and notice how there's no reflection from our lights behind us. And as he starts polishing it, you can see that reflection start coming back. It's really cool to see, especially in real time. And slowly but surely, with every pass he makes, it comes back a little clearer and clearer. And by the end of the correction, it looked 1,000,000 times better. It was really satisfying to watch. And for the bumpers, we use Quad Zero steel wool with some blue magic metal polish. And not only that, but you guys get to see a special appearance by my beautiful face, which I'm very rarely in videos anymore, which is just by personal choice. I edit the videos and I film them. There's no real reason why I'm not on camera. If you guys were curious, I'm there for every single video. RJ just does all the detailing. I pretty much do everything behind the camera. I get him what he needs when he's doing the detailing to try to make the day easier on us and go quicker. So yeah, and then when I moved to the back, RJ went ahead and laid down a layer of Colinite 845 wax, and after that cured, we went ahead and took it off. Feel free to make fun of that hole in my shorts. I rode a dirt bike and the exhaust was too close to the seat and I burnt myself, and I completely forgot about it, but I did just throw them away. And as we were taking out this mat, we found something really cool and important to the car right in the back spare. We found the hubcaps, so we went ahead and put those on next just to keep the video in chronological order, and we wanted to see how they looked on the car. And now what we're doing here is pre-treating the carpet with a stain and odor remover, and that's really going to help us a little bit later on when we go ahead and extract the carpets. It's going to help us remove all those stains and the odors, exactly what it says it does. Now moving on to the interior leathers and the steering wheel, we went ahead and used an all-purpose cleaner and a bit of a stiffer leather brush, and that'll really help us get into the leather and clean it better. And then we followed it up with our steamer, and you can just see all of the dirt pouring off of the door. Comment below how much I would have to pay you to drive this car with the steering wheel like this and no gloves on. I would not do it for less than $500. It was that gross. Now for the floor mats, these things were absolutely toast, but I did my best with them. And I would probably recommend whoever ends up buying this car to get new ones. But I mean, the degreaser did definitely take a good layer of grease and grime off them, and you can see that. But I mean, they were just stained, and there's no coming back from what they looked like. Now this is probably one of my favorite parts of the entire detail. I don't really think I need to say much. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy this. And if you do, don't forget to give the video a like.
Sitting throwing rocks across the pavement, hoping they will cave and swallow me whole. Wondering why my mind keeps on spinning. This isn't how living to me was sold. Why am I like this? Something's always amiss. Can't put my finger on it, but it's there. Wait for it to subside, but my mind won't apply. Waiting for the clear. Is it bad? Sometimes I like it when I lose control. There's something in it that's so beautiful. Listen, I can see the light, but I can also see the bones decay. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm doing my best not to run away. Sitting throwing rocks across the pavement, little pigeons from me cold. And then how the world keeps on spinning, kinda still living when it unfolds. I just see the light when everything is lying, waiting for the clear. Thankful I'm alive, it's at a time, but hey, I'm still. Is it bad? Sometimes I like it when I lose control. There's something in it that's so beautiful. Listen, I can see the light, but I can also see the bones decay. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm doing my best not to run away. You're the night sky trying to make me see your stars, but the dark gets lonely. Now I see violet, I can feel silence, and the dark's all that I see. When your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound.
And now once the seats are all clean and we put them back in the car, we'll go ahead and use a conditioner on them, because when they sit for years and years with dirt, they'll get super dry. So we want to recondition them, and they'll soak all that up and become soft and supple again, and they'll be really nice to sit on, and it'll also prevent cracking. And after that, we'll clean all the windows, do the door jambs, and that's the detail. So if you guys liked this video, again, make sure you're subscribed and you like the video. And with that being said, we'll see you guys next week.
You always feel so far when your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound. I'll find validity